wanted to take this opportunity to answer a question that Laura Story had. We were tweeting after a webinar that we saw, and her question was, what kind of grammar rules can be broken when you're tweeting because there's such little space? Which ones are okay to break? Now, she said grammar rules, but I'm actually going to talk a bit about writing rules in general, so it's not going to cover just grammar. I wanted to talk to you about 6 rules that I really think you should try to follow. So the first rule is about subject-verb agreement. Your subject and your verb, they have to agree. So if you're going to be writing a sentence that is second person singular, then your verb has to be second person singular as well. An example that I can give you is Patricia and George read all the time. Patricia and George, third person plural, read, third person plural. The next rule is pronoun agreement. Pronouns are words like I, you, they. There's many more, but those are the main ones. These also have to agree. I'll give you an example of a sentence. Twitter is a great platform because it allows people to connect in real time. Twitter and it. Twitter is third person singular, it is third person singular. They have to agree. The third rule is prepositions. Prepositions are really tough. But the best thing I can do to guide you on that is say what sounds right. Native speakers will naturally hear in their head whether what you've written is correct or not. So what I advise here is simply to read your tweet out loud, and if it sounds right, you're probably okay to go ahead. But I will give you an example. Ron applied for the job because he had all the right skills. We don't say he applied to the job, he applied for it. The next rule I want to talk about is dangling modifiers. Now, I happen to love dangling modifiers because it was one of the last rules that I was able to master as a writer. But they can be quite tough to eliminate from your writing. I'll give you an example of a sentence. After finishing his homework, Paul went to the hockey rink. That's okay because Paul, after he finished his homework, he went to the hockey rink. So you've got your subject and your verb agreeing. But listen to this sentence. Walking into the room, the lamp fell over. Really? The lamp walked into the room? Think about that for a minute. Sentence order. The only thing I want to tell you about here is that your tweet should sound like something that is spoken. So if it sounds like the words that you've used are in the proper order, you're okay. The last rule that I want to mention, and I almost didn't mention it because it's sort of an obvious one, and that is spelling. Above all, you can't make spelling mistakes. Now there's a few resources I want to point out to you. One book that I just love is the Gregg Reference Manual. It's got everything in it that you want to know about rules. You can see how thick it is. That's why I didn't go through all the rules. The next book, a dictionary. Have a good dictionary so that you know spelling. Here's a book that a lot of people don't know about. It's called the BBI Dictionary of English Word Combinations. Yeah. This is really good for telling you what preposition goes with the word that you're using, but it goes further than just prepositions. It'll talk to you about different words that go together more naturally. And so that's also a good book to use for word order if you're wondering about that. So I hope this has helped. Laura, if you have any more questions, please let me know and I'll look into them for you and try and find an answer. Anyway, take care. Bye-bye.